Hey guys, it's Girl Got Game. Welcome back to SoulSet. We're here to do the mysterious Mr. Apris' route, who was suspiciously absent for most of Shara's route last time we went through this. The reason Shara is up on screen right now, or Nameless Lady, is because I thought I might go outside and investigate the barrier for a change, instead of watching over her. Because, let's see, have I done everybody else except for her? So I'll keep her company next time, but I thought this might be my only chance to actually do this bit. So I think I'll go and do that, just to see what it does. If you're certain, I'll take you up on that offer. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious about it. And Apris said it himself, one person might always overlook something. I shouldn't consider him to be without faults either. Just promise me that I won't find you missing or dead once I'm back. What an odd thing to say. I mean it. I don't want the others questioning me how either of those things happened in case they did. I suppose that makes sense. You have my word. I'll hold you to that. So don't move. I'll be right back. Don't do it, sure. Alright, let's take a little snoop around. It seems that Apris and Shara were telling the truth. There's some kind of barrier surrounding the place. The barrier gives off a weird kind of energy. I can feel my whole body vibrating under its influence. It seems to get stronger the closer I get to it, too. This needs to be some kind of spell, right? I don't seem to remember much about magic, but how powerful would a person need to be in order to cast a magical barrier of such size? I'm able to see the outline of a few trees on the other side of the barrier, but nothing more than that. There is also a broken fountain in the middle of the courtyard. Judging by its state, it hadn't been active in years. It reminds me more of a swamp than anything else. Nothing else stands out that much. Itchio! Damn, it's cold out here. I better get back. Interesting close-up of the pillars. Miss Mariko.
There you are. What did we agree upon?
Oh, don't be such a drama queen. I wanted to see that barrier for myself. I was away for barely 5 minutes.
A lot of things could have happened in those 5 minutes.
Well, had they? I guess that's sure. Don't blame her, Apris. I told her to go.
You know my name.
I heard all of you talking earlier. I was conscious but couldn't move.
I see.
Well then, regardless of that, proper introductions are still in order, aren't they? My name is Yvonne, this here is Mr. Apris, and that over there is Miss Mariko. All these strange circumstances aside, it's a pleasure meeting you, Miss, I've no idea. Huh? Unlike the rest of us, she doesn't even remember her name. Okay, I think I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, because we've done this before. Oof. Double slap. I'm going to go back to Danny. And then we'll keep skipping until we get to that choice. Okay, right, we had the painting. Okay. Here's where we begin. For reals now. Go and argue some more with Apris. Apris is standing by the fountain. At least I don't need to look far. Well, we're outside now. Want to continue where we left off?
You honestly think that's a good idea?
I just managed to get that frown off your face. I'll consider it an achievement. It's true.
Is this some kind of game to you?
No, but you look like you could use some help in loosening up a little.
You guys are taking this whole situation way too casually. Offering your trust to everyone without a second thought might become the death of you. We don't even know if those guys are telling the truth or not. Hell, I still think you are hiding something from us.
That would certainly explain your attitude towards me. I suppose I'll need to find a way to prove that's not the case. Achoo! Achoo! Damn, aren't you cold out here?
No, but it seems that you should go back inside.
Yeah, don't mind if I do. Should have recorded this when I was sick earlier this week. Well, what now? I guess I'll go to the library. Library. Yvonne is sitting by the table, lost in a pile of books. I don't see Shara anywhere, though. Wasn't Shara with you? Oh? I'm pretty sure she's still been here a minute ago. You haven't passed her on your way here? I haven't. I'll stay here for a change. Maybe she just went back to check up on Shur. I think I'll stay here. How's the research going? I've been looking for anything that had to do with healing spells. I was thinking that maybe we could help Miss Shur somehow. But according to this book, not everyone can learn them. Only a small percentage of people are born with the talent. It's still unknown what the factors deciding it are. Some say that if both of your parents have the talent to heal, you have a high chance of becoming a potential healer as well. But even then, it's not granted. Some claim to have seen cases of healers being born into families that haven't had any healers in them for centuries. In other words, you're either born a healer or you're not. It mostly depends on Lady Luck's will. This is worrying. What are the odds of one of us being a healer? Damn it! If only my mother was here, she'd be able to heal you. If only I could.
It is not your fault, my lady.
Still, You know, I recall my mother being a healer. Really? But I'm definitely not one. Are you sure? Some say that the talent can lay dormant and resurface at a later age. No, I'm positive. I'm definitely no healer. What about you, though? Me? You seem like the type to want to help people all the time. I'm not sure about that. I don't recall using healing spells on anyone, at least. It might be that you simply don't remember. Now you're just getting my hopes up, Miss Mariko. You seem like you genuinely want to help, sure. How could I not encourage that? Thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh, Vaughn, you're such a sweetie pie. So, anything else? Well, it also says that a healer is unable to heal themselves. Really? Why is that? When you heal another person, you share a portion of your own energy with them, which makes the whole thing work. Sharing your own energy with yourself it's like pouring water from a vase back into the same vase, you could say. You gain something by losing the same amount of something. That's why it doesn't work. But a healer can heal another healer, of course. So self-efficiency is a problem. Yes, healers are useful allies to have, but they're also vulnerable. That actually makes a lot of sense now that you explained it. There's a lot of knowledge hidden in these books. If you wanted to, Mariko?
Oh, good. You're both here. Sorry for interrupting your research, but we have things to discuss. Could you tell the others to gather in the library? I'll carry the potions upstairs in the meantime.
You got it, my man. My shady man.
Okay, so I have some bad news and bad news.
Oh boy. There's always a catch somewhere, isn't there?
The first bad news is that the potions have a time limit. We need to drink them in less than an hour. Otherwise, they'll be as good as rainwater to us.
Okay. And the second bad news?
It is a little more tricky. It seems that we need to drink them in pairs to make them work properly.
Come again?
These potions are designed to work from stimulating interpersonal bonds. Shared memories are what make them tick in a sense. Now, if we were to assume that we're all total strangers, this would probably get us nowhere. But considering we needed to get where we are somehow, I think it's safe to assume that we needed to stumble upon one another earlier and know one another at least a little bit, no? We probably just don't remember it, like the rest of, well, anything.
In other words,
first of all, we decide on 3 pairs that we're going to stick with for this experiment.
actually, Mariko re-explaining that and me having my recent conversation with Yvonne just made me realize these potions really did not work. Because if it is stimulating interpersonal bonds, when Mariko and Yvonne drank the potions, they both should have gained some memories from it. But that didn't happen, since they were traveling companions before the events of what's going on here. So now I gotta wonder, did Mariko just mess up making the potions, or did he intentionally make faulty potions? I know which one I'm betting on right now.
Second, each pair will settle somewhere. It's logical to assume that drinking the potions will put us in a state of sleep, or at least near sleep, so laying down beforehand would be advised. Conveniently, there seem to be enough usable beds around here, if everyone were to feel comfortable with the idea. And third of all, we drink the potions and see what happens. If we're lucky, we should be remembering things regarding ourselves and the other person we paired up with.
To be completely honest, that almost sounds like a scenario to a poorly written rated M novel. Who the hell comes up with this shit?
Oh, Shira. I'm honestly starting to wonder what kind of places your mind wanders to all the time.
Piss off! Like you're one to talk. I don't want to hear that coming from someone who touches girls in their sleep.
I was checking Shira's bandages. How many times do I need to?
Dear gods. Alright, enough. We're in a hurry, aren't we? If you want to argue, leave it for later. Are you sure these potions are safe for us to drink, Mariko?
Well, safe-ish. There were a couple of possible side effects listed in the book. Nothing worse than exhaustion or nausea, though. We should be fine.
I swear, this makes me puke all over the carpet. Kya! Ah! So scary. Yvonne, what happened? Gods, girl. Do you want me to go completely deaf? What is... Is that a cat? The best theme music.
No, it looks like some kind of chupacabra.
Foolish mortals, I am none of those things. I am Lord Munich! Show some respect. Lord Munich? Did you hit your head, child? Again?
Somebody, get me a knife and a bag.
We've all lost our memories, including Yvonne. Is that so? You're Did you just summon me by mistake? I'm your summon spirit. Well, one of your summoned spirits, but the others are not really worth mentioning. I'd count forgetting all about them as a blessing, child. There's more? Wait, does that mean I'm a summoner? Poor excuse for a summoner, more like. Let's be honest, you'd have more talent in napkin folding. Napkin folding? If you summoned me by mistake, then you probably don't know how to send me back either. I do hope you're going to figure it out in the next hour, tops. Ugh, what a bother. I'm not dealing with any of this. Good night. Huh? What are you... my lord, wait, we still have questions for you. You have questions and I don't feel like giving answers. But... if you're my summoned spirit, aren't you supposed to obey me? Am I? How bothersome. What's in it for me? I'm not in the mood. Wow, that's harsh, man.
No kidding.
What did I tell you about the spark, girl? The goddamn spark! Margot's like, ugh. Cycling purring effect intensifies. She got manipulated into petting and scratching the evil beast. Hang in there, Yvonne.
Okay, we're seriously starting to run out of time. And seeing that nobody really trusts anybody here quite yet. To make things fair, I propose this. We have a deck of cards that I happened to find earlier. We'll take out a king, a queen, a jack, a 10, a 9, and an 8. That's one card for each of us. There we go. Whoever draws the highest card, the king, will get to decide who they want to pair up with first. That will establish the first pair. Then the second highest, the queen, gets to choose next, and so on.
I take it the trick here is for the cards to remain hidden until they are summoned? The person with the king isn't supposed to know what card everyone else has, right?
That's right. Things would be more fair that way, don't you think? If the king happens to choose the person that had the queen, the person with the jack gets to choose second instead. There are 6 of us, so the remaining pair would be decided on its own after that.
Fair enough.
It's not that complicated, is it? Did everyone understand that? Any questions or complaints?
So we'd leave it all up to Lady Luck and the whims of 2 people. All right. Kind of a stupid way to do this, but sure, why not? I think it's a good way. Otherwise, we'd probably keep fighting about it. I second that. Let's do this.
Apris?
You guys do what you want. I'm staying out of it. I'll let you decide who pairs up with whom on your own because I couldn't care less.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure.
Suit yourself. I suppose the smallest card leaves the pile then.
I need to get some fresh air. I'll be outside.
Okay.
Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
Oh, and before we get started, I do hope nobody will try tampering with the cards. Yeah, Shara, it's not just your imagination. I am looking at you.
Fine, my bad. You're unusually perceptive if you can tell, though, I'll give you that. I don't think usually anybody noticed. Or you've done it before yourself. Wait, you remember doing this kind of thing? I somehow remember that I used to, yeah. Though I have no idea with whom and why. I just recall the act itself. Does that mean you tended to gamble a lot? Hell if I know. Or could it be that you're familiar with illusions, maybe?
Well, it's a useful skill to have, regardless. As long as nobody can tell that you're trying to pull it off behind their backs, that is. That being said, I'll be keeping an eye on you from now on.
Joy of joys.
Alright, ready?
Wait, we established a system for this, but who gets to draw first?
Right. You're going to fight over this, aren't you? The potions don't have much time left.
How about we decide it by age? By age? The oldest of the group will go first, and so on. That's a great idea and all, but which person in this room does actually remember how old they are? We can base it on appearance. To me, you look the oldest, Mariko. Not counting Apris, that is. Mariko looks the youngest.
Okay, fine. I'll get the remaining card.
So, after Mariko, I'd say it's Yvonne, then Shara, then me. Ah, really? That kind of makes me both happy and angry. But okay, let's roll with this. No complaints on my side either, obviously. With that kind of combination, I get to draw first after all.
Alright then. So it's Mariko, Yvonne, Shara, and Shur. I get the card that remains. Fair enough? Mariko, pick one.
Why do I get the feeling that it doesn't really matter which card I choose? Because we've done this too many times, girl. Too many times. I drew the king, didn't I? Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Does everyone know what card they drew? Well then, let the king speak up.
King here, reporting for duty. Guess Lady Luck is on your side today, huh?
It's Mariko's first choice, son. I tell you to think about it, but we're short on time. Besides, I bet you already have someone in mind, don't you? Who would you like to pair up with?
The shortest yet grumpiest among us. This is probably something nobody sees coming, but I'm actually curious about him. Very. I would like to pair up with Apris. For real? Talk about unexpected. But hey, it's your call. I don't think anyone is about to cry over losing the chance of being left with Mr. Grumpy Pants here.
Who has the queen?
I do. Interesting. So Mariko was just, like, swiftly moving on.
Yvonne, who do you want to pair up with?
Would it be alright if I paired up with you, Mr. Mariko?
With me? I certainly don't mind.
Thank you. Ah, sisters reunited. Or siblings, however you want to spin that. Well, that leaves Shira and I. Not the worst of possibilities I could think of. I'm still not sure what to make of you, but I'm hoping we can come to some kind of an understanding as far as teamwork goes. Don't worry, I'm not planning to cause you any trouble. Aww.
Alright, so it's Mariko and Apris, Yvonne with me, and Shira. We're running out of time, so let's all take the potions and follow the plan. We'll see each other in a bit.
How long are we going to be out?
A few hours at most, I presume.
Presume? So you don't know?
The recipe wasn't very specific about it.
This is getting more and more shady by the minute.
They're safe to drink, I can assure you of that.
Are they?
Okay, listen. I'm just trying to get my memories back. It unnerves me that I can't remember anything myself. I offered you all the chance to join me in on this plan from the goodness of my heart. It's up to you if you want to trust me or not. To be frank, I don't really care what you decide to do. So if you'll excuse me, I'd like to drink these before they turn bad.
Well, good luck to you, Mariko. Maybe you'll be able to get him to open up a little. Wink. In what way are you referring to, Shira? Someone's being an optimist. She's just happy she's not paired up with him. Alright then, let's see how this goes. Him? Oh, hey.
I take it you drew the lowest card.
I got the highest one, actually.
What are you doing here, then?
Surprised? I told everyone I want to pair up with you.
In that case, something's clearly wrong with you.
I did say I'd prove that I'm not lying. I figured I might as well stick to my word. If you're not happy with the outcome, you should have stayed behind and maybe made a difference instead of leaving it all up to us. The potions are about to expire.
In case I haven't made myself clear enough, I'm not drinking anything.
I figured you'd say that.
I wouldn't touch anything that kid had to offer, period. People of his kind rub me the wrong way.
Of his kind?
He acts like some kind of trickster. His attitude unnerves me. Next thing we know, sly smiles and innocent chuckles will turn into stabs in the back. Or poison.
You say some interesting things. So you think these potions are actually poisoned?
Or worse. There might be all kinds of witchcraft and heresy involved. I'm not saying it's a given, but trusting that kid and taking the risk would be the stupidest thing we could do right now.
Well, I wanted Apris' opinion and I got it. I'm not even surprised that he thinks this way, to be honest. But what if they really do help us, though? Nah, I'm with you, Apris. We're on the same page.
He's like, what? You are not going to try and convince me to change my mind.
No, I had my own doubts, and I actually agree with you.
I kinda got the impression that's what you approached me for. But if that's the case, I'm glad I was wrong. Maybe you do have some survival instinct left in you after all.
Was that supposed to be a compliment? I've never seen Apris smile so much until now. Thanks? Well then, it's established. We're not drinking the potions. I'll just go ahead and leave this bottle on the edge of the fountain. Sorry, Mr. Potion. I am not ingesting you tonight. Or ever.
So, what's so interesting out here?
Nothing really. I just enjoy the fresh air.
Or is it the peace and quiet? I think anyone would have noticed by now that you're not the social type.
I won't deny that you people are too noisy. Your constant jabber is giving me a headache.
Does it bother you that I'm here right now talking to you? Asking uncomfortable questions while I'm at it, apparently?
You don't bother me as much as the rest of the bunch does. But I'm not going to lie, I'd prefer if you left me alone. It's nothing personal.
So it's not about who, it's about people in general. Talk about being a lone wolf. Ow! And talk about how low the temperature is out here. I think I'm starting to feel it in my bones. Aren't you cold?
Are you?
A little bit, but you're avoiding the question.
No, I'm not cold. Wait here.
Such a gentleman. Fetching a blanket. Wait here, he said. Ugh. What gave me the idea to listen to him in the first place? I'm freezing my butt off here.
Here. This should keep you warm.
Did he just bring me a blanket? We could share it. He's not cold. I don't want to... Alright. I don't want to do this yet. It's... Are you sure you don't want to use it yourself?
Yes, I'm sure. Use it or don't. It's up to you. Just don't blame me if you end up catching a cold from sitting here out in the open with me.
Alright, thank you. I'm not going to say no to a cozy blanket. For a guy who tries to keep his distance from everyone else at all costs, that was a surprisingly considerate gesture. Munich, what are you doing out here? Puny mortals. Lord Munich!
Damn you, Chupa. Whatever you are. Don't scare me like that.
Seriously, Apris, what's the deal with you? That face. Should I be wary of Lord Munich as well? Or wary, I guess? Should I be wary?
You're definitely an odd one. Yvonne and the redhead fell asleep. I figured I'd go out for a walk.
Okay. So they drank the potions. Well, Yvonne needed to know what she was signing up for when she decided to pair it with Mariko. At least we'll know if the potions worked for them or not. Interesting. Oh, so cute! She's got a little blankie. Look at that. Oh.
If you're feeling tired, you can go upstairs and get some rest, you know. Don't feel obliged to sit here with me.
I'm good. No, I'm alright. Perhaps I'm being stubborn, but I'd rather stay here, even if there's not much going on. I wonder if Lord Munich would let me pet him. Why am I not surprised to find you two here? Did you sit outside this whole time? We did. You guys are hardcore. Well, come over to the library. Cher and I just found something. Once Yvonne and Mariko wake up, we'll need to have a little talk. Really? So you guys found the note and told us? Cher must have been insistent, I guess. Or brought Shera into her plan. So, whoops. I pressed a button by accident, not exactly what I wanted to do. So, you're saying that when the two of you woke up and came downstairs, you found this note here on the table. That's what we're saying, yes. Take a look at it. Shera is right. A red, eerily red piece of paper is resting on the edge of the table. I'm pretty sure we would have noticed it if it had been there before. I mean, even in this mess of books, this stands out like a sore thumb. There's something written on it.
There's a soulstone hidden somewhere in this mansion. It's your key to getting out of here. Find it. FF.
These initials. Could it be? A soulstone?
Who wrote this?
Okay, first things first. Everybody calm the hell down. Let us go over the facts. Someone had to write this note and place it here, meaning that it must have been somebody from our little group of 6. Either that or there's still someone else in this mansion whose presence we're not aware of. Until proven otherwise, we're going to stick to the we're alone theory. Either way, as much as I hate to admit it, the person who found it was the one with the best opportunity to place it anywhere in the first place. And that makes both Cher and me the main suspects. I mean, we both know that we didn't do it, but the rest of you might always accuse of us working together. And we have nothing to defend ourselves with besides our given word. However, I'd like to point out that anyone could have done it. But how? Weren't we all together in pairs this whole time?
Shira's right.
Of course I am.
Just take a moment to think about it.
Yvonne, Mariko, you two drank the potions and were asleep in your room the whole time, right?
Yes.
Well then, how can either of you be sure of that when you've both been asleep? If you were out cold, then you don't know if the other person has been asleep the whole time as well, no matter what they claim. For all we know, either Yvonne or Mariko might have left the room without the other being aware of it.
But I can't argue with that logic.
As for Mariko and Apris, we decided not to drink the potions. We were out in the courtyard the whole time. I gotta be honest, though. But Apris went back inside to fetch a blanket for me.
She's telling the truth.
So, Apris had the opportunity to place the note here when he left your side. Then again, that means that Mariko also had the opportunity to do the same while Apris was upstairs. I didn't go back inside, but I guess I can't prove that either, can I? So there we go. Everyone is suspicious. But whoever wrote this note is trying to help us, right? Shouldn't we be thankful for that? Yeah, this is something I don't get. Unless it's some kind of trap. Either way, it's a clear sign that at least one person in this room knows more than they actually let on. Mariko? What are you... Was that her, like, pacing? I have a question. Yeah? Is that note in the exact same spot where you found it?
Yes, we tried not to move it.
And did the both of you find it at the exact same time? Or were you just together in the room, but either of you noticed it first? Come to think of it, Cher saw it first and called me over. You can't see the note from the entrance. It's behind a stack of books. Interesting. You are right about that. Meaning that the note might not have even been there when the two of you came into the room. You're saying that Cher's the bigger suspect here than I am. Well, we can't be sure if you two aren't actually working together, just like you said. But if you're not, then this might provide some food for thought for you especially, Shira. You know, I didn't think of this. You're smarter than you look. Sure.
I didn't write this note, I swear. You have to believe me.
Just so it's out there, I feel like I should know what a soulstone is, or does, but it's on the tip of my mind. Ooh, I'll let you know if I remember anything. That's not helpful at all. I have another question. Does anybody have an idea what the initials FF might mean? Feather Phalange is just screaming at the top of my mind. but I feel like pointing that out will only make me more suspicious in everyone's eyes. I'll keep that to myself, at least for the time being. The only thing that comes to my mind should be censored, so I won't even say it out loud.
Is the court dismissed for the time being, then? What do we want to do next? Are we going to search for this soul stone?
We don't even know what it looks like, or how big it's supposed to be. Where do we even start? This mysterious stranger should have given us some kind of clue at least. Well, we need to start somewhere.
Should we stick in pairs just like we did up until now?
That sounds like the most reasonable thing to do. Also, Apris and I already said that we didn't drink the potions. But what about everyone else? Did you remember anything?
Mr. Mariko and I did drink them, but we don't remember anything.
Same goes for Sure and I. So wait, drinking these awful smelling potions got nobody nowhere. Failed plan, dude.
Forgive me for even trying.
So what does that mean? That neither Yvonne and Mariko nor Shira and Sure knew each other before ending up here with their memories gone?
Either that, or the potions didn't work like they were supposed to. Maybe I messed something up.
Some alchemy genius you are, man. I swear, if it turns out that stuff will bring out some unexpected side effects.
Did you even drink those potions, Shira?
Ooh. I told you we did, didn't we? Are you doubting us?
I am, actually. A blind man would be able to see that you don't trust me. You wouldn't drink anything I had to offer unless your partner would somehow convince you to do it, or force it down your throat. And from what I see, Sure isn't exactly the assertive type. I can't even imagine her convincing someone like you to change your mind about anything.
Perhaps you underestimate me.
Or perhaps I see through your lies. Tell me, Shira, how did the potion taste like?
It tasted like a skunk's fart, that's what it did.
And nothing stood out to you? Like a pinch of mint or vanilla?
What?
Because I made sure to flavor every potion differently. I know what flavors I gave to each pair, just in case we needed to call out their credibility.
Oh, snap, Mariko! Why didn't you bring this up before, man?
Oh, so that's why. I was surprised mine tasted a bit like coconut.
That's cheating.
That's being smart and precautious. And honestly, I don't care if you actually drank the potions or not. It's the fact that you lie about it that bothers me more in all this.
So you didn't drink the potions? So we didn't. I thought that claiming otherwise would help us figure something out. And I suppose we did figure something out. Mariko is not to be taken lightly, just as I thought.
So what were you two up to in that bedroom of yours that you figured you had to hide it?
Oh, you didn't! I'm so going to get you back for this! If you weren't asleep, then you had the most amount of time to place this note here. Yeah, the odds are against us. We can't argue with that. But I will find a way to prove that we didn't do it. Just you wait. Well, going back to the matter at hand, do we want to look for that soul stone out in the courtyard?
If you don't mind the cold.
I'll take the blanket with me. My Luke Skywalker poncho.
I was thinking Mr. Mariko and I can search the library.
Does that mean Sure and I have the basement and bedrooms to choose from? What do you think, Sure?
How about we go upstairs then? I don't think I like it down there. Back to the bedroom,
One more word and I'm going to punch you in that smug face of yours.